It's a gorgeous Saturday afternoon in Columbia as we get ready for SEC baseball. The fourth-ranked team in the nation is in town, and the South Carolina Gamecocks will look to even up the series. They host the Arkansas Razorbacks. I'm Dave Weinstein alongside the Major Leaguer Grayson Greiner. What a display from Arkansas last night. 22 runs powered by 6 homers, a lot of free passes, and they made Carolina pay.
Yeah, it was an offensive explosion last night for this Razorback offense. Head coach Dave Van Horn kind of hinted a night like that could be coming the way they've been swinging the bats lately, but it really culminated last night. 22 runs, 6 home runs to highlight a great night at the plate. Arkansas
had many heroes, but one stood out the most, and that was Micah New.
Yeah, the do-it-all center fielder for Arkansas. He was the best player on the field last night. Made one of the best plays I've seen in a long, long time, going full extension to rob Ethan Lozama of extra bases in the left center gap. Not to mention he went 3 for 5, 2 home runs, scored 4 runs, drove in 6, threw in a stolen base for good measure. Just a true do-it-all player.
Career night for the Marshall transfer, Micah New. The Gamecocks displayed some power of their own. 3 two-run homers. KJ Scobie had a multi-hit game.
Yeah, Scobie was a bright spot in the Gamecock offense last night. Went 2 for 4, had a single up the middle, drove a 2-run home run the opposite way, showed some opposite field power on a fastball from Gabe Gackle, driving it over the right field wall, paired it with some clean defense at shortstop as well.
His 4th homer of the season off a brand name in Gackle. Meanwhile, on the mound for South Carolina today, looking to right the ship for the Gamecocks, the junior right-hander, Ant Phillips.
Phillips was excellent in his last start at Florida. Went 6 strong innings, allowed 5 hits, no earned runs, walked 3 and struck out 3. He'll be 91 and 95 with the fastball. He's got a good breaking ball. He'll feature a lot to right-handed hitters, and he'll mix in a changeup as well.
And here is the dangerous lineup that he will face. Leading off will be the left fielder, Damian Ruiz, batting second at shortstop, Camden Kojal. Batting third, the catcher, Ryder Helfrich. Cleaning up the right fielder, Zach Stewart. Batting fifth, the center fielder, Micah New. Batting sixth, the first baseman, Reese Robinette. Batting seventh, the DH, Kahio Aloy. Batting eighth, the third baseman, TJ Pompey. And batting ninth, the second baseman, Nolan Souza. No changes in the lineup, as expected for Arkansas. There is a change at the top for South Carolina. Lonnie Lee named interim head coach this morning as Paul Maneri and South Carolina mutually agree to part ways.
Coach Lee, a guy very familiar with the Gamecock baseball program. He's been a head coach at College of Charleston, Clemson, now taking over this Gamecock program.
See how they respond this afternoon. There's a first pitch strike from Ant Phillips. Transfer from USC Upstate. Was excellent at Florida last Saturday. 6 innings, 5 hits, 1 run. It wasn't earned. A couple walks, 3 strikeouts, season high, 98 pitches. Grayson, it was a tough luck loss, just no run support last week for Phillips.
Yeah, both games, Friday and Saturday, were tight ball games. As you said, Phillips threw the ball well, gave his team a chance, just offense wasn't able to scratch one across.
Ruiz just gets a piece. Damian Ruiz, redshirt junior from Livingston, Texas. He's a transfer from Lamar. 3 for 4 with 3 driven in yesterday. He was on base 5 times out of the leadoff spot. Doesn't chase, 1-2 the count.
Phillips went back-to-back breaking balls right there. Ruiz was able to spoil one, just getting a piece of it.
Count evens at 2-2.
Needless to say, Dave, Gamecocks need to get off to a better start than they did last night. Arkansas pounced early and often. It took the crowd out of the game.
4 runs.
Yeah.
Last night in the top of the first. The 2-2 from Phillips. Driven out to right field. Juhas towards the corner. It's a foul ball. Damian Ruiz is the team leader in batting average. 382 coming into today. A couple of homers and 11 driven in. He's also the team leader in stolen bases, 7 of 8. You want to keep him off base. On base percentage of .522 for the leadoff man. Drives that out to right center field. Bach goes a long way and tracks it down, one away. Defensive alignment this afternoon for the Gamecocks. Left to right in the outfield, it's Lizama, Bach, and Juhas. Evans is at third, Scobie is at short, Sutter getting the start at second, Hollins at first, and LeCroy is behind the plate. Same 9 as yesterday, Grayson. The only change, Sutter in the field and Craddock going to DH.
Yeah, just a flip-flop right there.
LeCroy pounces on it, fires to first, 2 down.
That's a part of Kojel's game that Coach Van Horn talked to us about, a guy that can handle the bat, get some hits in the short game. Just puts that one right in front of the plate. LeCroy back behind the plate. Looked like he may have gotten a little sick last night. Right back in there today.
He was pinch ran for after a walk. That was in the 4th inning. And after a long half inning for LeCroy behind the plate.
Yeah. Phillips has got some juice on the fastball today. He's been sitting 94, that one 95. Filling up the zone early.
Ryder Helfrich at the plate. 1-1 the count. Helfrich, one of the 2 Razorbacks that did not have a hit yesterday. Did walk twice, scored a couple of runs, had a sac fly as well. Phillips gets ahead, 1-2. Helfrich, a preseason All-American, preseason first-team All-SEC at the plate. One of 2 Razorbacks on the preseason Golden Spikes watch list. That's grounded foul. He's also on the Buster Posey watch list. Grayson, really one of the best catchers in the country.
He really is. It's fun watching him behind the plate. Didn't get to see some of the damage he can do at the plate last night. Still had a couple quality at bats. He's dangerous anytime he gets in the box.
324 hitter, 5 homers, 17 runs batted in for the Razorbacks. Pitch outside, 2-2 the count.
May have been a cross-up right there. Yeah, you can see Phillips tapping his chest.
.23 strikeouts and 24 innings pitched so far this season for Ant Phillips. Looking for one here, the 2-2. This is low and outside, the count is full. It's ball 4. So now a 23-game reach base streak for Ryder Helfrich. 2-out walk here in the first.
Those are professional takes right there from Helfrich. A couple of fastballs down and away. They're not missing by much, but they're certainly missing, and doesn't chase at them.
Brings up Zach Stewart. Had a similar line to Helfrich last night. One of 2 Razorbacks that did not get a hit but contributed in other ways. Helfrich walked a couple of times, scored 2 runs. Excuse me, Stewart walked a couple of times, scored 2 runs, had an RBI and a bases loaded walk. .313 hitter, 4 homers and 10 driven in. .2-0 the count. And senior from Lebanon, Missouri.
4 straight fastballs right there from Ant Phillips, all missing down in the zone. Good visit right here from LeCroy, just trying to get him back up with his release point.
Take a look at Monty Lee, Terry Rooney in the picture as well. You talked about Coach Lee's background. Terry Rooney's been a head coach as well.
Yep.
UCF. So a lot of head coaching experience still in that dugout for South Carolina. Ground to the right side. Sutter will throw out Stewart. And Arkansas will leave one, and we will head to the bottom of the first. No score here at Founders Park. On the mound for the Razorbacks, big left-hander, Trinity, Florida, redshirt sophomore Hunter Dietz.
Yeah, this is a guy that's just oozing with talent. 6th start on the year. He's 2-2 with a 4.18 ERA, 23 2/3 innings with 42 strikeouts. Crazy high strikeout numbers. He'll be 94, 96 with a fastball. He's got a cutter, curveball, and a changeup as well.
He's one of the best left-handers in the nation. 3rd in the SEC in strikeouts coming into this weekend. And here's the lineup he will face for the Gamecocks. Leading off will be the 3rd baseman, Patrick Evans. Batting 2nd, the designated hitter, Will Craddock. Batting 3rd, the catcher, Talmadge LeCroy. Cleaning up the shortstop, KJ Scobie. Batting 5th, the 2nd baseman, Logan Sutter. Batting 6th, the right fielder, Luke Uhas. Batting 7th, the left fielder, Ethan Lazama. Batting 8th, the first baseman, Bo Hollins. And batting 9th, the center fielder, Tyler Bach. So Patrick Evans gets ready to step in. He's a junior from Leesville, South Carolina. Evans 1 for 3 in last night's game, extending his reached base streak to 9 games. He's a junior college transfer from Florence Darlington Tech. There's a couple of stingers on this roster.
Yep.
Hitting an even 300. Attacks the first pitch. Grounds to second. Souza. 1 pitch, 1 out for Hunter Dietz. In the field this afternoon for the Razorbacks, Ruiz, New, and Stewart left to right in the outfield. Pompey's at 3rd, Kojel's at short, Souza's at 2nd, Robinette is at 1st, and Helfrich is behind the plate. No changes from yesterday. Will Craddock hit 3rd in the lineup in game 1. He's moved up to the 2 spot this afternoon. 1-1 the count.
You can see how tough that angle is from Hunter Dietz. It's 6'6", and he throws it pretty over the top. The ball's coming at a pretty steep downhill angle.
And gets ahead of Craddock, 1-2. Opponents hitting 200 so far this season against Dietz. Strikes out Craddock, 2 down.
Looks like a hard breaking ball right there from Dietz. Got ahead in the count. 1-2, and nice downing slider right there to get Craddock.
So 2 down and nobody on. This is Talmadge LeCroy. He takes strike 1. 96 from Dietz. LeCroy, a couple of walks last night's game. One in the first and one in the fourth. He was lifted for a pinch runner in the fourth. 289 average, 4 homers, 16 driven in on the season for LeCroy. 1-2 the count. Fifth-year player from Belton, South Carolina. Back-to-back strikeouts for Hunter Dietz and a quick 1-2-3 bottom of the first. Impressive stuff. We'll head to the second. No score here in Columbia. Monty Lee, the interim head coach. 4th season of his 2nd stint with South Carolina. Previous 7 seasons, he was the head coach at Clemson. 242 and 136 record there. Led Tigers to the NCAA tournament each of his first 4 seasons. Before that, 7 seasons as a head coach at the College of Charleston. 4 NCAA berths there. Took the Cougars to a super regional in 2014. He's had a lot of winning seasons as a head coach, Grayson.
He has, and known Coach Lee since I was probably 12 years old. Used to go over to Sarge Fry and get hitting lessons from him. He's the first coach to offer me when he was at the College of Charleston. I know he relates extremely well to players, extremely hands-on as a coach, and getting an opportunity here for the Gamecocks the rest of the way.
So you had to turn him down.
Unfortunately, yeah, I love Coach Lee.
How'd he take it?
I don't know.
5, 6, and 7 due up for the Razorbacks. Quickly 0-2 the count on Micah New. What a game he had last night. The average now up to 310, 5 homers and 26 runs batted in. He went, says first base umpire Jason Bradley. 1 down, first strikeout for Ant Phillips.
Both pitchers looking sharp coming out here today. Phillips gets his first strikeout there. Our player of the game last night, Micah New, and gets him to check swing on a fastball for a strikeout.
I mentioned Jason Bradley's name. Alfredo Burkeen is at second base. John Brammer is at third, and your home plate umpire today is Jeff Head. 1-0 the count on the number 6 hitter, Reese Robinette. Robinette 1 for 4 with a walk in yesterday's game. The hit was a 2-run double. One and 1 the count. Phillips gets ahead of Robinette. Fans here at Founders Park getting behind Ant Phillips. Two and two. Robinette, a redshirt junior from Missouri, in his 4th season with Arkansas. Didn't play on Tuesday night. Started on Wednesday night against Northern Colorado. He was just 1 for 10 with a walk last weekend against Mississippi State. Van Horn told us a lot of talent in that Mississippi State rotation, so some of their bats struggled in that series.
Yeah, that's one of the best rotations in the SEC.
Back-to-back strikeouts for Ant Phillips.
Looks like Phillips is featuring kind of a cutter slash slider last couple pitches to Robinette. Gets him to chase up right there. Back-to-back strikeouts here in the second.
Looking for a 1-2-3 inning. Have to get through Kuhio Aloy. Junior from Hawaii, preseason All-American. Takes inside. Preseason All-SEC second team. Aloy only had 1 hit in last night's game, but it was a big one. A 2-run homer in the third. Went 450 feet, Grayson.
Yeah, it was a big one and a long one, too. Over the trees above the 380 sign out in left center.
Did score 3 runs on the night. Popped up. They stay in the infield. Holland shades the eyes and makes the play, and it's a 1-2-3 second for Ant Phillips. We will go to the bottom of the second from Founders Park. No score. Dave Van Horn, his 24th season as the head coach for Arkansas, picked up his 950th win with the Razorbacks last night, about 1,535 wins as a head coach. 155 Razorbacks have been drafted into MLB under his guidance. What a program, Grayson, he's built.
Yeah, we asked Coach what 950 wins at Arkansas would mean, and he said it would mean we won the game at South Carolina. It kind of just shows his mindset, one game at a time. I'm sure when he looks back on his career, it's something he'll be extremely proud of, but short vision approach from Coach Van Horn.
We've only had 2 head coaches since 1970. Said Norm built it, I kind of inherited it, and then elevated it, tried to, and those 2 have a great relationship as well.
Yep.
0-2 the count on KJ Scobie. Scobie, a multi-hit game last night, was 2 for 4, a 2-run homer. That was in the 4th inning. It was his 10th multi-hit game of the season, already surpassing his total from last year. He had 9 as a freshman. 2-2 the count. It was a tough night last night. Grayson Scobie, one of the positives with the multi-hit game and the home run against Gackle.
No question. Gackle, first team All-American, tough pitcher, and Gamecocks were obviously in a big hole, but didn't give it bats away and got a couple hits, including that home run off Gackle.
Keep battling hard, hit a few home runs. You hope it carries over to the next day.
That's right.
2-2. Called, strike 3. Third strikeout for Dietz.
Here early through 4 batters, we're seeing why Dietz has so many strikeouts and why he's so difficult. He's got that fastball at 96 in the pocket, but really showing a good ability to spin the breaking ball at any count. I believe all 3 strikeouts are on either the harder cutter slider or the big breaking ball.
Logan Sutter at the plate. Was 0 for 3 with a walk and a run scored last night. Takes a strike, 1-1 the count. That one in at 95. Transfer from Purdue, preseason All-American for the Gamecocks. Grounds foul.
Great job. And whatever you want on this pitch.
Two seasons with the Boilermakers, second team All Big Ten last season. Lines that up the middle. It's a base hit for Sutter. One out single here in the second.
Sutter smacked that ball right there. 108 off the bat. 2-strike fastball at 96. Right back where it came from. Good piece from Logan Sutter.
Brings up Luke Uhas. Uhas, a senior from Moss Bluff, Louisiana. Transfer from Louisiana. 8th start of the season. Started the midweek against Charlotte, started last night as well. Gonna cement himself in this lineup. Hitting .273, 2 homers and 8 driven in. One of those homers was last night. He hit a 2-run homer in the 4th, the same inning as Scobie. Another strikeout for Dietz, his 4th.
Another strikeout there from Dietz on that hard slider at 87. Looked like he was maybe trying to go back foot. Missed the spot, but results the same. Gets the strikeout on Uhas.
Bring up Ethan Lozama. Lozama 0 for 2 in last night's game. Should have been 1 for 2. Was absolutely robbed in left center field by Micah New.
Yeah, we asked New after the game. Oh, looks like Sutter's caught.
He will be tagged out by Robinette. The Gamecocks are done here in the second. We'll head to the third, scoreless between Arkansas and South Carolina. 8, 9, and 1 here in the top of the third for the Razorbacks, starting with TJ Pompey. Pompey had a multi-hit game last night. One of 6 homers for Arkansas, a 2-run shot in the 5th.
That was a majestic home run from Pompey up into the bleachers out in left field. Good spot right there from Ant Phillips, down and in.
Pompey, the Texas Tech transfer. The 1-2. 2-2. He strikes out Pompey. 3rd strikeout for Ant Phillips.
Phillips throwing the ball really well, locating the fastball, which is setting up the off-speed pitches. Another kind of backup breaking ball that was on the inside part of the plate. Able to get Pompey to swing and miss.
I mentioned the tough luck loss last week at Florida. Just 1 run, none earned. 5 innings, had 3 Ks. Start prior against Princeton was excellent with 7 strikeouts and earned the win. Giving up just 1 run against the Tigers.
Phillips is a great competitor on the mound. Has good stuff, obviously. Works quick, which I love.
He's given up just 1 run in each of his last 2 starts, and the one last week was unearned. Quickly ahead of Souza, 0-2. Sutter's there and throws out Souza.
Nice
2 down.
job right there by Sutter. That was kind of an in-between hop that he found himself in. Able to corral it and get it over to first. Ball hit hard by Nolan Souza.
He's looked pretty good when they've played him at second base this season. He played first base at Purdue. He was a 3rd baseman at the JUCO level. He's hit everywhere he's been, so they had to find a spot for him, really teaching him second base this season.
Yeah, it's a completely new position for him, and a good athlete for a guy his size with his power.
Ruiz offered. Home on the count on the leadoff man who flew out to center field his first time up. Oh, and 2. Three strikeouts already for Ant Phillips, looking for a 4th here. Misses low. Ruiz was excellent in the midweeks this week against Northern Colorado. Multi-hit games on Tuesday and Wednesday. So count last night, 3 straight multi-hit games for Ruiz. .388 hitter last season with Lamar when he was the Southland Conference Hitter of the Year. His first team all-conference, hit .388, 7 homers, 46 runs batted in. Broke the program's single-season record for runs scored with 76. It's been a great get for the Razorbacks. The 2-2. Lifted deep to center field. Bach is back to the track. Jumps, and it's gone. Ruiz homers for the 2nd straight game. It's 1-0 Razorbacks.
That's a fantastic swing right there from Ruiz. That's a fastball inside part of the plate. He pulls his hands in tight. caught a little more plate than I originally thought, but still pulls his hands in and puts it right off the middle of the batter's eye. 105 off the bat and 417 feet to dead center field.
Third of the season for Ruiz, all in the last week. He homered in the Tuesday midweek. They played a pair of midweeks. One is ticketed for a base hit off the bat of Kojal. But he homered on Tuesday, had a multi-hit game on Wednesday, and now he's homered on Friday and Saturday against South Carolina. So coming into this week, no homers in the season for Ruiz. He quickly has 3.
And he's a guy that Coach Dave Van Horn said has a ton of speed, but has gotten really strong in the weight room, and starting to see the fruits of that labor out here on the field with some power over the last week.
Helfrich, a rocket to left, but it's right at Lazama, and that's how the third will end. Arkansas on the board, a solo shot from Ruiz. It's 1-0 Razorbacks. What's at stake today? Razorbacks win their 6th straight series against South Carolina. They've won 5 straight, including 2021 and 2024 here at Founders Park. Meanwhile, Gamecocks are looking for their 2nd win of the season against a ranked opponent. That Friday night victory over Clemson. They shut out the Tigers in front of an electric Founders Park.
Yeah, it's just always so hard to win series on the road in the SEC. Razorback players and coaches would be ecstatic if they can get a series win on the road.
Lazamo's at the plate in the 2nd. The Gamecocks made the final out on the bases, so he's back up at the plate. Senior from Guam. A transfer from Western Kentucky. Dietz already has 4 strikeouts. He's looked nasty so far this afternoon, Grayson.
He's filthy. I think he's got a good chance to be a 1st-round pick. Another strikeout on that breaking ball right there. 6'6", 235 from the left side with his stuff. Now 5 strikeouts on the day, first time through the order.
He had a tough outing last Saturday against Mississippi State. 4 2/3, 4 hits, 5 runs, 3 walks, and 8 Ks. Season high 92 pitches. He suffered the loss. He was outstanding the 2 starts prior to that, though. Career high 7 shutout innings, just 2 hits, a walk, and 8 Ks, and a win against UT Arlington. And then 6 innings, 1 run, no walks, and a career high 12 strikeouts in a win against Stetson. In fact, his only outing this season with less than 8 strikeouts was opening weekend against TCU when he had 5 in 2 innings.
Yeah, the amazing thing is only 8 walks to go along with all those strikeouts. So not only does he have professional level stuff, but he knows how to control it and puts himself in good pitchers counts, as we see right here, 1 and 2 again.
2-2 the count now on Bo Hollins, sophomore from Lexington, South Carolina. 6 strikeouts for Dietz, 2 down in the third.
Pretty sure every single one of them has been on that mid-80s slider. If it's working, why go away from it?
And here's Tyler Bach. Bach hit second in last night's game. Had a multi-hit game, but bumped down to the 9 spot today. The matchup against the lefty. At 2-1 the count on Bach. Transfer from Wofford, junior from Sugar Hill, Georgia. Bach has had back-to-back multi-hit games, had a multi-hit game in the midweek against Charlotte, and I mentioned the 2 hits last night. Heading the count 3-1. It's ball 4, 2-out walk for Tyler Bach. Brings pretty good speed to first base. 3 for 4 in stolen bases this season is Bach. The Gamecocks don't run very often, Grayson. They're just 9 of 17 on the year.
Yeah, not a big running team, at least to this point in the season.
Second at bat of the game for Patrick Evans. Attacks the pitch and grounds it through the left side. Second hit for South Carolina. And they've got first and second with 2 down.
Smart by Evans there. You don't want to wait around on a guy like Dietz. Swung his first pitch, his first at bat, and ground out at second, able to get the head out on that fastball right there and shoot it through the 6 hole.
So first runner in scoring position. It prompts a mound visit for the Razorbacks. Their pitching coach is Matt Hobbs. He was the 2024 D1 Baseball Assistant Coach of the Year. Talked about all the draft picks under Coach Van Horn, Grayson, since 2019. With Hobbs as the pitching coach, Arkansas has had 30 pitchers selected in the MLB draft, including 22 taken in the first 10 rounds.
Yeah, he's unquestionably one of the best pitching coaches in all of college baseball. I feel like every year they have a big lefty that's just throwing gas. Had Hagen Smith, was the highest draft pick for a pitcher in Razorbacks history. Had a lefty named Jalen Beeks back in the day, who was really, really good. Looks like Hunter Dietz is the next in that line of left-handed pitchers for Arkansas.
Hobbs in his 8th season, since he's joined the staff, they made 3 trips to the College World Series. Craddock struck out his first time up against Dietz, 0 for 1. 1-1 the count on the star freshman out of Anderson, South Carolina. Team leader in batting average, on base percentage. Tied for the team lead in homers.
Craddock's going to want to look for something out over the plate. You can see Arkansas is trying to go in on him.
Two balls, 2 strikes 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Tyler Bach takes his lead off second. Evans off first. Hunter Dietz strikes out Will Craddock and strands 2. 7 strikeouts for Dietz. We'll go to the fourth. 1-0 Razorbacks. Coach Van Horn was very proud of the offensive performance last night from the Razorbacks. He said, I thought the offense was outstanding. We walked a lot at the same time. He said, I think we were swinging the bats so well. They were a little nervous throwing the ball over the middle of the plate. They were nibbling, got after Gunther a week after he was throwing a no-hitter. He said, we just did a good job of sticking to the game plan. We didn't go out of the zone hardly at all, fouled off a lot of pitches, and squared up a bunch.
Yeah, I mean, that's textbook for how you want to attack offensively. Work yourself into good hitters counts, and when you get pitches to hit, do damage, which they did quite a bit of last night.
They've got the middle of the order, 4, 5, and 6 due up here against Ant Phillips. Zach Stewart at the plate, grounded out his first time up. He's 0 for 1. And you know what he talked about as well, Grayson? BP. He said, I like the way we swung the bat in BP. We were hitting the ball everywhere, line to line, and some of the best pregame BP we've had, if not the best. He said we took it to the game.
Yeah, we were out here for it, Dave, and it was an impressive BP throughout the entire roster.
It's just a very deep lineup for Coach Van Horn last night. Stewart is playing deep at second base. Sutter throws out Stewart.
Sutter getting some action early here today. 3rd assist to him so far.
1 down, it brings up Micah New. New struck out his first time up. 3 strikeouts for Ant Phillips. Two homers last night for Micah New. Had a 3-homer game in the Sun Belt tournament last year, playing for Marshall against Louisiana. That was Luke Uhas's team. Just his first season with Marshall. He played 2 seasons at New Orleans before that. He's pretty well traveled. Hits that out to center field and deep. It turns Bach around. Bach back to the wall. And he makes the play. Tyler Bach robs Micah New.
Wow. Perfectly timed right there by Bach. New almost had another one. New robbed a Gamecock of extra bases last night, and Bach returns the favor here today. That is certainly over the fence if he doesn't pull it back.
Rob's new of home run number 6. Instead, it's just a long out. And Phillips appreciating the effort. 2 down. Grounded to first, Hollins will take it himself. And it's a 1-2-3-4 for Ant Phillips. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. 1-0 Arkansas. Seven strikeouts already, Grayson, for Hunter Dietz.
Yeah, we talked about the talent that Dietz has. It's almost like he's using that fastball for show early in the counts. You see almost every one of his strikeouts is with that breaking ball right there. Through 11 batters faced tonight, 7 Ks. Throwing the ball really well.
46 pitches so far for Dietz. 1-0 the count on LeCroy. That's well hit to left on a line. And making the play is Ruiz. One down here in the 4th. Dietz in his 3rd season with Arkansas. Limited action each of the last 2 years. Just 2 appearances as a freshman for a season-ending injury. And finally returned last May and made 2 appearances last season down the stretch for the Razorbacks. But he's finally healthy and a big piece of this rotation.
He's a guy that Coach Dave Van Horn said they didn't know if they were going to get him to school. He was so talented in high school. Boy, are they lucky to have him.
Scobie fouls it back. He's in the hole 0-2. Struck out his first time up against Dietz. He had some arm issues early on. Van Horn said walked on campus, was terrific, and then started going backwards due to the arm, and they got it fixed. Stuff is terrific. Two and two the count on Scobie, who homered yesterday. Lifts that out to center field. New back to the track, makes the play.
Couple of long flyouts here in this 4th inning. New got robbed in the top of the 4th, and Scobie just misses one right there.
Ball's carrying well. It carried really well last night. Warm days in Columbia, they're here.
Yeah, it starts to get towards April and May. Ball can carry in this park.
Quickly ahead of Logan Sutter, 0-2. It is a beautiful afternoon. 3-pitch strikeout for Dietz. He gets Sutter, and it's a 1-2-3-4. 8 Ks so far, Grayson.
Yeah, he keeps adding to that total. Another one on that breaking ball. Starts as a strike, ends up as a ball, gets Sutter to chase. We head to the top of the 5th, 1-0 Razorbacks.
Kuhio Aloy will lead off here in the 5th. A couple of Hawaiians on the roster. Souza as well. Native of Hawaii, of course, Aloy's brother. Vahiva was on the team. Last year they had 3 Hawaiians. Rick Namura, I should say, excuse me, played for Arkansas, Hawaii native. He coaches travel ball, Hawaii Tigers. So they have a little bit of a pipeline out there in Hawaii. Coach Van Horn mentioned previous conversation with him that if your athletic department will send you to Hawaii, you may as well go. It's fun having the Hawaiians here. Fayetteville, of course, a lot different than the Hawaiian Islands, but they appreciate it, the way they go about their business. So I kid with them that they have to help us get the next big players out of Hawaii.
Yeah, it's a heck of a pipeline. They've got really good players. Obviously, the Golden Spikes winner last year.
A hit is taken away by Evans. He robs Aloy.
Gamecocks are playing some defense. These last 4 hitters had the home run robbed by Bach. 0-2 slider right there, and great play by Patrick Evans.
Evans, who was a third baseman at the JUCO level last season, is primarily in right field this season. Right side of the infield as well for South Carolina. Got the start at third last night. He's back out there today.
Yeah, your reaction time on that play is virtually non-existent. Just lays out, throws his glove out, and able to snag it.
He commented earlier this season about playing everywhere. He said it's actually kind of fun. Some guys call me their utility knife. Be challenging at times. He said I just go out there and give it the best I can. So it's pretty fun. I like doing it, being a utility guy.
I would have loved to been able to do that. Not many guys can.
If you weren't a star catcher, where would you have played?
Probably nowhere.
No preferred position?
I caught since I was 8 years old. Another good pitch right there.
The throw down to complete the play. Pompey is retired, 2 down.
Both these pitchers are attacking quick, filling up the zone early. Both Aloy and Pompey fell behind 0-2. That's where you want to pitch from, ahead in the count. Phillips and Dietz doing a great job getting ahead.
Now it's Souza. We talked about the Hawaiian pipeline to Fayetteville. Souza has been there for 3 years now in Fayetteville. Back in 2024, he made the SEC All-Freshman team, hit 7 homers that season. Last year, played in 32 games before a season-ending injury. Just about an everyday starter this season. 1-2 the count, and the number 9 hitter, Nolan Souza. Served out to left, Lezama gives it a look, but it's a foul ball. Mura, Souza, the Aloy brothers, all Hawaiian student athletes who have played for Arkansas. Back-to-back strikeouts and back-to-back 1-2-3 innings for Ant Phillips.
Yeah, we got ourselves a pitcher's duel here today, Dave. Phillips been working off that cutter slider pitch and able to freeze Souza with a fastball right on the outside corner to keep it 1-0 here in Columbia in favor of the Razorbacks.
The ESPN app has all of ESPN all in one place. Visit activate.espn.com to see if you have ESPN Unlimited as part of your TV package for no additional cost. It's all of ESPN all in one place. Sign up or activate now.
Pitchers duel so far here in Columbia, 1-0 Razorbacks on the strength of a solo home run from the leadoff man, Damian Ruiz. That was in the 3rd. It's the only scoring. 2 hits for Arkansas, 2 hits for South Carolina. The Gamecocks will look to get on the board here in the bottom of the 5th against Hunter Dietz. Juhas, Lezama, and Hollins due up. All 3 struck out their first time up against Dietz. Juhas Grayson has hit lefties very well throughout his career. Premier lefty today.
Yeah, one of the best in the country. Dietz threw a 2-0 slider right there. Came back with it 2-1. It's tough when you find yourself in hitters counts and you got a guy on the mound that can command a off-speed pitch.
Missing inside. The count is full. 60 pitches now for Dietz. A leadoff walk for Juhas. Second walk issued by Hunter Dietz.
The Gamecocks need to find a way to capitalize here. Ant Phillips throwing the ball fantastic. They're playing good defense. You got yourself a leadoff walk here in the 5th. Be a tall task against Hunter Dietz.
Here's Ethan Lozama. Left on left matchup, looking to snap a hitless streak.
Hands are ready. Good hit. Come on, Liz. On it.
1-1 the count. Signs of snapping out of it last night. Grayson hit the ball hard. We already mentioned it was robbed by New.
Yeah, that's just kind of how it feels sometimes when you're slump. Pulls that one with him.
Robinette makes the play, but he advances Juhas to second. He's in scoring position with one down.
I don't hate the idea there from Lozama. As you said, been struggling a little bit at the plate. Just need to get that ball a little bit more towards the second baseman to have a chance to get on there.
Presents an RBI opportunity for Beau Hollins. Hollins grounds foul.
Oh, yeah, dude. They want another.
Sophomore from Lexington, 0-for-3 last night. Didn't play in the midweek against Charlotte. Was 2-for-7 last weekend at Florida. Had a multi-hit game on Saturday. That was his third multi-hit game of the year. Singled and doubled against the Gators. Didn't play on Sunday. Goes up the middle and through. Juhas rounds third. He's headed home. An RBI single for Beau Hollins. And we're tied at 1.
Beau needed that right there. Big spot, you got a runner in scoring position. Able to tie this thing up at 1. Gets himself a fastball he's able to hit through the infield.
5th RBI of the season for Hollins. Had 24 last year as a freshman. Here's Tyler Bach. Looking to bunt, takes a strike. Bach walked his first time up. Also took a run away from Arkansas. Drives one out to right center. New tracks it down, lost the lid, made the play.
I think New thought the same thing we did off the bat. It sounded like he hit it well, just got it off the end, able to recover and catch up with it easily.
So with 2 down, here's Patrick Evans. Takes a big cut. 0-1 the count.
Evans is up there swinging. 3 pitches he's seen tonight, 3 swings. He's put 2 of them in play.
He's 1 for 2, singled in the 3rd. Looking for a 5th multi-hit game on the season. Behind the count 0-2. 3-pitch strikeout for Dietz. The throwdown from Helfrich to complete the play. But the Gamecocks are on the board. An RBI single from Beau Hollins. Go to the 6th, tied at 1. Coach Van Horn told us they were looking in the portal for an athletic outfielder, someone who could run, maybe walks more than he strikes out, has some power, and there he was, Damian Ruiz. Said we had to battle for him. Good kid. Surprised no one picked him up in pro ball. Since he's gotten with Arkansas, he's gotten a lot stronger. Still a little wiry, but strength there. Didn't have a good fall. Coach Van Horn said we recruited him to be the leadoff hitter in the spring. We had him in the 9-hole, if that tells you something. So we had to train him a little bit. By the 3rd or 4th game of the year, really turned it on. Been leading off since. It's been what they wanted. Stepped it up against the competition. A threat to steal, threat to bunt. Grayson, he can hit it over your head. That's what you want.
Yeah, he's a guy that checks a lot of boxes in that leadoff spot. Been extremely impressed with him so far this weekend.
He was on base 5 times out of the leadoff spot last night. That's in a 7-inning game. The 2-1 the count on Ruiz. Had quite an Arkansas debut, going 5 for 7 with 5 walks at the Shriner Children's College Showdown in Arlington, Texas on opening weekend. Games against Oklahoma State, TCU, and Texas Tech. Full count now on Ruiz. That's fouled off. We'll do it again. Battle of transfers here. Amp Phillips coming over from USC Upstate. His first team All Big South against Damian Ruiz. It's ball 4. Leadoff walk in the 6th.
Good eye right there from Ruiz. Phillips' first walk since the 3rd batter of the game when he walked Ryder Helfrich. Just misses right there with that hard slider.
Pitchers duel, Grayson, you expect them to put something on here?
I don't think with Kojal at the plate. If anything, maybe a straight steal or a hit and run with the lefty in the box. Your vision's blocked as a catcher. Well, there it is.
LeCroy will throw out Kojal. The sacrifice is successful. Ruiz in scoring position, 1 down.
That's almost an identical bunt that Kojal had in the 1st inning when he was trying to bunt for a base hit, but gets the job done there with the sack.
Bring up Ryder Helfrich.
Right.
17 runs batted in on the season so far. The preseason All-American fouls that back. Every game this season, he has reached base. Reached in the 1st with a walk. He's 0 for 1. Walked in the 1st, flat to left field in the 3rd. Phillips off the mound. 2 down. Ruiz advances to 3rd.
Obviously a big at bat in this game here with Stewart coming up. He's grounded out to 2nd base twice. You got to be extra vigilant. Talmadge LeCroy, ball in the dirt, runner on 3rd, 2 outs. Make sure you're keeping everything in front of you if Phillips puts one in the dirt.
Stewart, transfer from Missouri State. Out to left center, Bach. Got a good jump. and makes the play, and Arkansas will leave a runner at third. We go to the bottom of the 6th, locked at 1. Pitchers duel here in Columbia. Locked at 1 between Arkansas and South Carolina. Much different game than last night. It was home run derby here at Founders Park.
It's been a very clean game. Good defense on both sides. Pitchers are attacking early, executing well, and that's why we find ourselves in a 1-1 game in the bottom of the 6th. Only 5 hits combined between the teams. Not many free bases on either side.
Hunter Dietz on the mound for the Razorbacks has 9 strikeouts. He's gotten Craddock a couple of times. Will Craddock go for 2? Grounds foul.
He's shown it all game. Dietz has, when he gets to 2 strikes, he likes to bury that slider down. Gamecocks haven't made an adjustment. It goes up here. See if he's trying to set that pitch up.
Dietz, the number 7 left-handed pitcher in the nation by perfect game for the class of 2023. Big left-hander. Heading the count 1-2. Craddock made his debut on February 18th against Gardner-Webb, was 3 for 3 with 2 walks, on base 5 times. He's continued to impress since that game. And he's worked the count full. 2025 South Carolina 5A Player of the Year, 2-time All-State selection. High fly ball, left field. Ruiz, 1 down. Brings up Talmadge LeCroy. LeCroy 0 for 2 so far. Pompey, 2-away. Well, Hunter Dietz had 1, 2, 3 innings in the first, the second, and the fourth. Looking for one here in the 6th. We'll have to get through KJ Scobie to do it. .80 pitches now for Dietz. Scobie's 0 for 2, struck out in the second, flat to center field in the fourth. Grounds foul.
Great job, Deeds. One another.
Good numbers for Scobie, 306, 4 homers, 17 runs batted in. Team leader in runs batted in.
Hey, give us a spark right here. Give us a spark right here, Hunter.
8 homers last season as a freshman, was second on the team behind the great Ethan Petrie. Halfway to that total so far in 2026.
Hey, whatever you want. Let's go. Hands are ready.
One and 2 the count, and the Gamecock shortstop. That's past to Donovan Kojal. A 2-out single for Scobie.
That's impressive right there from Scobie. Dietz has been going with that slider so much with 2 strikes. Tries to sneak 94 past Scobie. He's able to drop the barrel on it. Get it past the outstretched Kojal at short.
Here's Logan Sutter, he's 1 for 2.
Yeah, big time.
Takes strike 1. Sutter singled in the second, struck out in the fourth. Average now at 296. Tie for the team lead in homers with 5. That's knocked down by Helfrich. Can't find it, now he does. Throws to first, and Scobie gets back.
Scobie made a great read. His first instinct was to go. Couldn't tell if Helfrich knew where that ball was. Would have been a huge play if he was able to get to second base, but last thing you want to do in the base paths is hesitate.
Helfrich, a really good defensive catcher. Last season had a .995 fielding percentage.
Yeah, not many wild pitches or pass balls. Really good back there.
1 and 2 now, the count on Sutter.
Let's go, Doug. Get him in right now. Come on, Doug.
Scobie leads off first. 10 strikeouts for Hunter Dietz. And we are through 6 here at Founders Park. Arkansas and South Carolina tied at 1. Five, 6, and 7 due up here in the top of the 7th, starting with Micah New. Entering the month of May last year at Marshall, he was hitting just .261 with 4 homers in 45 games. Not what he was capable of or the numbers you'd look for in an Arkansas transfer. One of the coaches he had worked with since he was 5 years old noticed something in his stance, the way the weight was being distributed pretty evenly between his legs. caused him to shift the weight back before moving it forward. They adjusted his stance to put a lot more weight on the back leg and go from there. That tweak led to an offensive explosion. He had 11 homers final 13 games of the season for Marshall. He went to the Cape Cod League in the summer and swinging a wooden bat, led the league in homers, was named MVP of the Cape League, the most prestigious summer collegiate league. And now out to prove that he can play in the SEC. He certainly can. He's been probably going to be a good draft pick this year. Arkansas is certainly excited to have him. He's actually a shortstop at Marshall, but committed a bunch of errors there, flourished after moving to the outfield in the Cape, so that's where he is at Arkansas. An outstanding catch last night. He's filling a need, Grayson, the Razorbacks had in the outfield, losing a lot of outfielders from last year's team.
Yeah, without question. We see the athleticism. You can see the stance adjustments. He preloads all his weight into that back leg and distributes his weight. It looks like he's more 70-30 on that back leg.
Yeah.
Just that barely any weight on the front toe. Tries to avoid a big forward fall into his swing.
That's what's made all the difference. This one will get past Evans. So New is aboard. Leadoff man on here in the 7th.
That ball's just got so much top spin. Give it a single.
And New is absolutely a threat to go. He's tied for the team lead in stolen bases, 7 for 8.
Lefty at the plate. Tailor-made spot for him to try and go. You got to vary your looks, vary your times.
Check on New. Reese Robinette is 0 for 2. Struck out in the 2nd, grounded out in the 4th. Pitches outside.
New's getting a very short lead over there. He may be a guy that likes to hop into his stolen base if he times it up properly. See if he extends it all right here.
Scobie on the shift, steps on second, throws to first. They get the out at second. Robinette safe at first.
Looks like Arkansas is going to challenge play at second right here. Great scoop from Scobie out there playing on the right side of second base. Takes a tumble after that slide from New at second.
Arkansas is challenging.
We have our first challenge. New runs incredibly well. Did he get there before Scobie touched the bag? That's what's in question.
Yeah, New popped up and immediately looked to the dugout, signaling a challenge.
South Carolina is also challenging.
Oh, wow. He said he's challenging the play at second base, so they're challenging the slide?
There'd have to be some sort of interference,
Yeah.
right? Interesting, so a double challenge.
I don't know if we've seen that one, Dave.
One from Dave Van Horn, one from Monty Lee. We'll take another look at this, try to slow it down.
Either way you slice it, this is a huge call in this ball game. You can't really tell there if the hand is in before Scobie's foot hits the bag. I don't know if we're going to get any better look from this angle. The body of New will block when his hand touches.
And New's momentum.
Yeah, carried him past the bag.
Yeah, took out Scobie. The call on the field, of course, out at second, safe at first. Big call and a tie game in the 7th. everyone looking up at the big screen here at Founders Park. Showing what we just showed.
We got to talk to Mike Anu after the game last night. He had a bubbly personality. It was fun to talk to. You can see him out there chatting with the Gamecock infielders as they watch the play.
He's loving SEC baseball. Seems like it's a friendly conversation.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Amp Phillips is staying loose on the mound.
Yeah, this is a lengthy review right here. A lot to take a look at.
Taking a long look at it. Make sure they get it right. On a double challenge.
I was about to say, not only do they have to look at out or safe, they got to look at the slide as well. Now the umpires are meeting. I mean, this decision could potentially swing this game if it's overturned. You got first and second, nobody out.
If it goes South Carolina's way,
Yeah,
on
it could
their
be 2
challenge,
outs.
could be 2 outs.
Yeah.
And nobody on.
This one's taking a while. Yeah, Phillips may want to throw some more pitches.
He's thrown 83 today. He's been outstanding, going toe-to-toe with Hunter Dietz. Well, one of these head coaches, Dave Van Horn or the interim head coach, Monty Lee, one of them will not be pleased, Grayson.
Correct. I think we'll potentially get another discussion following the call, depending which way it goes. Looks like maybe a call's imminent.
After video review, we have a forced play slide rule to second base. The runner's out at second, and the runner's out at first.
Wow.
Arkansas will be charged. Win challenge. South Carolina has 2 challenges remaining.
Well, that's a big win for Monty Lee.
You called it, Dave. I mean, huge swing play in this game. Coach Van Horn getting an explanation there on the dugout rail. I guess they're saying the momentum of the slide took New off the bag.
So 2 down, nobody on for Aloy. 1-1 the count. Aloy is 0 for 2. He popped up in the second. Was robbed over at third base by Patrick Evans in the fifth. One and two the count on Aloy. Ant Phillips trying to build on the momentum of that call. Called strike three. 6 strikeouts for Ant Phillips. He gets Aloy looking in the 7th.
Yeah, that sequence right there should give some momentum to the Gamecocks going to the bottom half of this inning. Huge call at second base, comes back and dots a fastball down and away to strike out Aloy. Head to the bottom of the 7th, knotted up at 1.
Good crowd on hand here on a perfect Saturday afternoon in Columbia. Tied at 1 as we get ready for the bottom of the 7th. 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Gamecocks against Hunter Dietz, who has 10 strikeouts. Got the final out of the 6th via a strikeout. They've come in every inning. Luke Uhas struck out in the 2nd, walked, and scored a run in the 5th. 1-1 the count. Transfer from Louisiana. 320 last season for the Raging Cajuns. 318 as a sophomore there in 2024 when he helped them to the College Station Regional. Homered in that regional. Career average over 300.
Uhas worked a leadoff walk in the 5th and scored the Gamecocks' only run. Finds himself in a good count here. Took a hack at it.
He has good power. Homered last night. Called strike 3. 11th strikeout for Hunter Dietz.
Dietz has just been brilliant here today. Fell behind 3-1 and goes fastball for the K against Luke Uhas.
Here's Lazama. Lazama officially 0 for 1. He struck out in the 3rd, had a sac bunt in the 5th. In the hole, 0-2.
As if Dietz wasn't tough enough, shadows are about to start playing a factor here as well as the day goes on in Columbia.
He ties a career high, 12 strikeouts for Hunter Dietz.
He's had probably 3 or 4 3-pitch strikeouts. Another one right here against Lozama. Another breaking ball. Keeps it down in the zone and gets Lozama to swing over the top of it.
Oh, and won the count on Bo Hollins. Hollins got to Dietz in the 5th, an RBI single, responsible for bringing in the Gamecocks' only run. He's 1 for 2 so far. Coming off a freshman season where he hit .308, 6 homers, and 24 runs batted in. Every home run in SEC play. Got his first college home run at Arkansas. Pulls that one foul.
Let's do it right here.
The others last year against Auburn, Ole Miss, A&M, Mississippi State, and LSU. 2-2 the count on Hollins. Fights it off. And that's a fair ball past a diving Pompey. It caroms off the sidewall. Hollins will stop at second with a 2-out double and a multi-hit game.
Yeah, back-to-back good at-bats from Bo Hollins. Had the RBI single to tie this one up. Gets a breaking ball from Dietz. Tucks it inside the third base bag. See if that's all we'll see from Hunter Dietz. If so, what a performance by him.
Hunter Dietz will exit. He goes 6 2/3. Tied a career high in strikeouts. He was outstanding this afternoon. It's a nice hand from the Arkansas fans in attendance. He will give way a pitching change here in the bottom of the 7th. 2 down, a runner in scoring position for South Carolina when we come back. He tied a career high with 12 strikeouts. He exits after 6 2/3. That's his line so far. 1 run on 5 hits. He is responsible for the runner at second after giving up the double to Bo Hollins. But here are some of his strikeouts, Grayson.
Yeah, he was as advertised. Just electric stuff. 6'6" lefty. Established that hard slider early and often in this game where a lot of his punch outs came. Goes deep into this game and turns it over to the bullpen.
So we'll bring in the top guns out of the bullpen. Cole Gibler is a left-handed pitcher. from Blue Springs, Missouri. They're not hitting him this season, Grayson. 143 average against.
Yeah, he's been fantastic out of the Razorback bullpen. 1.53 ERA, 2-0 record with a save mixed in there also. Not a huge strikeout guy, but as you said, doesn't give up a lot of hard contact or base hits.
Here's Tyler Bach. Attacks the first pitch and comes through off the wall. Hollins scores an RBI single for Tyler Bach. Continues to be clutch for South Carolina, and he gives the Gamecocks the lead in the 7th.
Yes, he does. He attacks the first pitch breaking ball. Good plan going up there. Breaking ball that sits over the heart of the plate off Gibbler. Pounds it off the right field wall. Clutch hit for Tyler Bach.
Came into today hitting .348 with runners in scoring position, adding to that total. And we saw it, Grayson, opening day against Northern Kentucky. Pair of big hits to give the Gamecocks the lead.
Yeah, he had some clutch hits early in the season, went through a bit of a cold spell, but you mentioned earlier on the broadcast, he's been swinging the bat much better lately, some multi-hit games. Turns it over to the top of the order in Patrick Evans.
And that one left on left and a tough lefty.
Yeah, very tough.
There goes Bach, the throw from Helfrich. Safe. A stolen base for Tyler Bach.
That's a risk you take with a lefty on the mound. You go first move, just pray he doesn't pick over to first, and able to beat the throw. Just wrong side of the bag there from Helfrich. Strong throw. So unable to get the tag on him.
RBI opportunity for Evans, but the count's 0-2. Gibbler strikes out Evans. South Carolina takes the lead. A double from Hollins, an RBI single from Bach. We will head to the 8th. It's 2-1 Gamecocks. How about the performance from Amp Phillips? 1 run on 3 hits through 7 innings, going toe-to-toe with Hunter Dietz. And Grayson, he's in line for the win.
Yeah, he just continues to throw the ball well. From pitch 1, he was in command of his stuff. Only 2 free passes, gave up 3 hits, and much needed for this Gamecock staff.
South Carolina will bring on their closer. Looking for a multi-inning save. Alex Valentine, a junior from Hollywood, Florida.
Yeah, Valentine's got 4 saves on the year. As you said, going for a multi-inning one here with a 3.93 ERA, 27 strikeouts and 18 1/3. Be 90 to 94 the fastball. Slider primarily to lefties, changeup primarily to righties. Pitches with a lot of emotion on the mound.
You mentioned the 4 saves, Grayson. 3 of the 4 are multi-inning saves. Came into this weekend tied for the SEC lead in saves. Pitched twice at Florida last weekend, a scoreless inning on Friday, 2 2/3 on Sunday, had some trouble in that outing. His first 6 appearances of the year were scoreless. The most electric, probably that 2-inning, 5-strikeout performance to close out the game against Clemson.
Looking like his pitch comm's not working, or he can't hear it.
Delivers ball 1 to TJ Pompey. Pompey is 0 for 2, a couple of strikeouts against Ant Phillips.
I think they're going to bring him a new one out here. No?
One and 1 the count. "19 games last season before an injury for Pompey. He was a freshman All-American in 2024. True freshman that season, hit 10 homers for Texas Tech. He's out of Coppell High School in Texas. It's the same high school as former Gamecock Blake Jackson. Missing, 3 and 1 the count. Foul back. A lot of strikeouts out of the pen this season for Valentine, 27 and 18 1/3. More of a starter last season with Texas State. Had 11 starts and 16 appearances. Did have a save. Had success against SEC opponents in the midweeks. He had 5 strikeouts and 4 2/3 of relief to earn a win at A&M. Had a save at Texas. It's one of the things that attracted his coaching staff.
Yeah, he's definitely got some length out of the bullpen. Do a little bit of everything.
And he strikes out Pompey. Fired up Valentine, 1 down.
Yeah, that's an excellent changeup right there. In a full count, Pompey spoiled a couple of fastballs. It takes a lot of conviction to go change up there full and able to get them swinging.
Here's Nolan Souza. He's 0 for 2. Fouls off the first pitch. Souza hitting .247, no homers yet, 11 driven in. Valentine gets ahead, 1 and 2. Rhythmic clap from the fans here at Founders Park. To the left side, Evans throws out Souza, 2 down.
Good job right there by Evans. Ball's going to have some tough spin coming off the left-hander's bat. Gather it, able to get Souza by about a half a step over at first.
Well, this should be a terrific matchup. Valentine against Damian Ruiz. Ruiz has given the Gamecocks a lot of problems through these first 2 games. Reached base 5 times. Last night, 2 times. Today, he's homered in both games. It's ball 1. 1-1 the count.
There's that changeup again. He's got such good arm speed off the fastball.
Those numbers, 386. Valentin gets ahead. You think he likes these moments?
He does. Crowd's getting behind him. You can see it in his body language.
He strikes at Ruiz. A 1-2-3-8 for Alex Valentin. We will head to the bottom of the 8th from Founders Park. The Gamecocks lead 2-1. Fans at Founders have been treated to a great game today. 2-1 lead for South Carolina as we get ready for the bottom of the 8th. Looking for some insurance. They'll have 2, 3, and 4 due up against Cole Gibler.
This has just been a fun SEC game. We've had clutch hitting, good pitching, good defensive plays, good pace.
Craddock looking for his first hit of the game. He's 0 for 3. Struck out in the 1st and 3rd, flew out to left field in the 6th. One and 1 the count in the star freshman. Average currently at 358. Gibler gets ahead, 1-2.
Gibler's got that funky action from the left side.
Count evens at 2-2.
Hey, whatever you want.
Craddock was the SEC co-freshman of the week on February 23rd after an 8 for 15 week. Included a couple of leadoff homers. He's worked the count full. That was his first week of college baseball.
Oh yeah. Getting his first taste of the SEC through these first 2 weekends against Florida and Arkansas, 2 really good pitching staffs. He's battling.
A 3-run homer in the midweek this week against Charlotte. Tie for the team lead with 5. The 3-2. It's ball 4. A leadoff walk for Will Craddock.
That's a good at bat against a tough arm, and Cole Gibler by the freshman. Putting that leadoff runner on is big. curious here to see if LeCroy maybe puts one down. Get Craddock second.
He has one sacrifice on the season so far. 278 hitter, 4 homers, 16 runs batted in. Takes ball 1.
Let's turn it south. Let's turn it south.
Walked a couple of times yesterday against Arkansas pitching. Two and out.
Helfrich's going to take his time right here. Arkansas's got a righty up in the bullpen. Got 3 righties in a row coming up. Scobie, Sutter, and Uhas. Potentially going to have a talk with Scobie in the on-deck circle. Talk a little strategy for different situations when he comes up to the plate.
Craddock leads off first. 2-0 the count on LeCroy.
Yeah,
2-1. LeCroy started the year hot. Had 6 straight multi-hit games from February 17th to 25th. Came into the season healthy after an injury-plagued year last year. 2-2.
Do it. Cole.
LeCroy battling against Gibbler.
Some long at bats here in the bottom of the 8th for the Gamecocks. Good walk by Craddock. And an extended at bat. LeCroy's fouling a couple tough pitches off here too.
Always gives you a tough at bat, more walks and strikeouts. To right center, New on the run, and he tracks it down. Oh, tremendous range from Micah New.
My goodness, he runs like a deer out there. I mean, thought that ball maybe had a chance to split the gap in right center. Just a phenomenal athlete in center field.
It's a tough play he made look very easy.
Yeah.
So it's 1-on-1 down for KJ Scobie. Check on Craddock. Has not stolen a base yet this season. No attempts either. Popped up. Short right field, drifting towards the line. Stewart. 2 down. Now it'll be Logan Sutter who tries to deliver some insurance for South Carolina. Sutter is 1 for 3, singled in the 2nd, struck out in the 4th and the 6th. Five homers this season, 15 a year ago for Purdue. Take strike 1. One and one the count on Logan Sutter. Again, his career at the JUCO level. He was a JUCO All-American 2 seasons of JUCO ball out in California. He transferred to Purdue. This will allow Craddock to head down to second, so he's in scoring position with 2 down.
That was a great read by Craddock. Even if Helfrich kept that ball directly in front, he took off right when that ball hit the dirt. That's what you want with two outs. Try and get in scoring position. Good base running.
Advances on the wild pitch. Toom won the count on Sutter. Check swing foul.
Go ahead. Come on, Cole.
Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the 8th. Craddock leads off second. Off the mound, Gibler fires to first and throws out Sutter. Gamecocks leave 1 in a pitcher's duel here at Founders Park. It's the emotions of SEC baseball on display. We will head to the top of the 9th. Last chance for Arkansas when we come back. To win a series against South Carolina for the 6th straight time. Meanwhile, South Carolina gonna pick up their first win this season in the SEC and pick up their 2nd win against a ranked opponent after defeating Clemson on a Friday night in February. It was Alex Valentine who closed out that game. He'll try to do the same today against the Razorbacks. Valentine, Grayson pitched a 1-2-3 8th. He's back out there for the 9th.
He looked really good. Had the changeup working. Got Pompey with a 3-2 changeup and was able to get Ruiz as well. A tough hitter at the top of the order. He's going to have to get through the 2-3-4 in this Razorback lineup. This is what SEC baseball is all about. 1-run lead on your home field.
Left on left matchup with Kojal. He takes strike 1. Kojal grounded out in the 1st, single in the 3rd, had a sac bunt in the 6th. Popped up. Sky high. Scobie, 1 down. Here's the catcher, Ryder Helfrich. Hitless in this series so far. It's 0 for 2 with a walk today. Ball 1 from Valentine. Helfrich, the MVP of the Fayetteville Regional last season. Hit 5 homers in the NCAA tournament. 3 of them in that regional. Played for USA Baseball, collegiate national team over the summer. in the count. Fouls it back.
That was a rip right there from Helfrich. Valentine challenged him with a 95-mile-per-hour fastball. He fouled it straight back.
Three and one the count. Dangerous hitter Helfrich. Extended his reach base streak to 23 games with that walk in the first. And he works a walk. Valentine can't believe it.
A couple change-ups at bat. Down. Valentine wanted the call and didn't get it. You'd normally think pinch run for your catcher, but Helfrich is a heck of an athlete, has 5 stolen bases on the year. Coach Van Horn says he can really run, could stick him out in the outfield in a heartbeat.
He's a good enough athlete if he wasn't catching it, but third, second, outfield, not a problem. If you put him out there with no practice, he'll go out there and be good at it.
Yeah, outfielders will be playing no doubles right here. Playing deep, keeping it in front of you.
Shift on for Zach Stewart. He's 0 for 3. This will allow Helfrich to advance to second. Tying run in scoring position with 1 down. He's hit a lot of home runs in his collegiate career. Most of that damage with Missouri State. 4 this season for Arkansas. 1-1 the count. '61 runs batted in as a freshman when he was the Missouri Valley Freshman of the Year. That's a foul ball. '61 runs batted in, trailed only Ryan Howard, 66, among true freshmen in school history. It's a big name. The 1-2. Did he go? No. Stewart stays alive. 2-2 the count.
Stewart putting together a tough at bat here. Is fouled off. A breaking ball down the right field line. Tough 95-mile-per-hour fastball on the black. Able to check his swing there. Valentine can't hear his thing again. See if Chris Gordon's going to bring him another one.
He'll do that well. Actually has a brief chat with Jeff Ed. Valentine has risen through college baseball. Freshman year at Nova Southeastern, that's a D2 school. and over to Texas State, a mid-major, now pitching in the SEC. Closer for this Gamecocks team. 2-2 the count on Stewart. Helfrich leads off second. Battle continues.
Yeah, another foul ball there from Stewart down the pull side. Hasn't thrown a changeup yet to Stewart. It's unconventional to go left on left change. Stewart's seen everything else.
To the right side, Hollins will flip to Valentine, who beats Stewart to the bag. 2 down, tying run 90 feet closer.
What do you think, Dave? The way New's been swinging the bat, got a lefty on deck. I know it's go-ahead run. I think they're going to pitch to him. Got to be smart here. Execute your changeups down.
Very dangerous. Grayson, he was robbed by Bach in the 4th of a home run. He singled his last time up. He crushed them last night. The next batter is 0 for 3 today.
A lefty-lefty matchup.
Grounded to short. Scobie. The throw offline. The run scores. We're tied.
Speed of New coming out of the box, may have just rushed to throw a little bit right there from Scobie. I think he had more time than he thought. The ball was hit hard.
Gamecocks will have to recollect here. Inning not over. Robinette at the plate. Robinette, as I mentioned, 0 for 3 so far. Redshirt junior from Missouri. 1-1 the count. New has 7 stolen bases on the season. To watch him at first. Two and 1. .260 hitter, 1 homer, 11 driven in on the season for Robinette. Check on New. The lone homer this season for Robinette was March 9th against Stetson a couple of weeks ago. Three and 1 the count. Now the count is full.
Crowd trying to get back into this. They thought they had themselves a win on that play up the middle, and now got themselves a tie ball game.
It's ball 4. Now it's first and second with 2 down. Go ahead run in scoring position. Kuhio Aloy due up. LeCroy go out to the mound to have a chat with Valentine. Here comes Terry Rooney as well.
Like you said, Dave, this is just to regather yourself. Big emotional swing on that play.
Dangerous hitter due up in Aloy. Hit one 450 feet last night.
As much raw power as anybody, not only in this lineup, but in the league.
His brother, Fahiva, won the Golden Spikes last year. Their father, Jamie, played at University of Hawaii, was 48th round draft pick of the Giants in 1999. Of course, Fahiva was taken in the first round last year by the Orioles, 31st overall. Says in his bio, he can hit a golf ball 400 yards.
Oh, gosh.
He can hit a baseball 450 feet.
It's like a gap wedge for him. It's 150 yards.
Strike one. New, the go-ahead run is at second. Robinette is at first. One the count on Aloy. He's 0 for 3, popped up in the second. The line out in the fifth where he was robbed by Patrick Evans. Struck out his last time up in the seventh. Takes a big rip. 1-2 the count. Valentine strikes out Aloy. That'll close out the top of the ninth. It's a tie game here in Columbia. The Gamecocks will try to walk it off when we come back. Tied at 2 as we get ready for the bottom of the ninth. 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Gamecocks against Cole Gibler. Game was nearly over, but now some extra life, Grayson, for Arkansas.
Yeah, these hitters have a chance to pick up their teammate right here. See if they can get a walk-off win at home in front of their home crowd. Facing a tough pitcher in Cole Gibler.
Uhas is 0 for 2 with a walk. He walked and scored a run in the fifth. First one skips in. Juhas had a really good fall. Big, strong guy with power. He's in a bit of a rut in the preseason. Started the season off the bench. Has killed left-handed pitching in his career.
Gibler's just so funky. Throws a lot of off speed. Had Juhas out front right there.
One and two the count.
Hey, do it here, Cole.
He strikes out Juhas. One down in the ninth.
Keep coming. Keep coming.
He just stayed with the off speed that entire at bat against Juhas.
Stand and give. Stand and give.
Had him out front the entire at bat.
Here's Ethan Lozama. 0 for 2. He had a sac bunt in the fifth. Last season's Conference USA Tournament MVP. Where he led Western Kentucky to the Oxford Regional as the 3 seed. 15 homers a year ago. Can't think of a better time for his first as a Gamecock.
Be a heck of a time for his first long ball.
Out of East Lake High School in Chula Vista, California. A couple of seasons at Gulf State College. Native of Guam. Gibler gets ahead 1 and 2.
Similar to Valentine, just keeps great arm speed on his off-speed pitches.
Two and two the count on Ethan Lozama.
And whatever you want, Cole. And a strikeout.
Called strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts in the ninth for Cole Gibler.
Gibler's come in and done a nice job. Gave up the first pitch single to Bach for the RBI, and since then, been dynamite. Spots a fastball in the outside corner to freeze Lozama for the second out.
Well, here's Bo Hollins. Hollins has a multi-hit game. He's been an offensive hero so far today for South Carolina. An RBI single to tie the game in the fifth. He had the double in the seventh. Came in on Bach's RBI single to score the go-ahead run.
Great job. Hey, let's go ahead. Come on, Cole.
He's behind 0-2. Hollins sends that out to right field. Stewart on the run. It's a foul ball. Switch hitter with power. 6 homers last season, all in SEC play. The first against Arkansas in Fayetteville. Goes up the middle. And it's a 3-hit game for Bo Hollins.
Gibler tried to sneak a fastball right there by Hollins, similar to what he did with Lozama, the prior hitter. Hollins got it right back up the middle. Third hit, it's got to feel good for him.
It's Bach against Gibler. In this situation, in the 7th. He delivered with an RBI single.
I got you, Ryder. Go, team. Right back on the attack.
Come through again. Bach walked in the 3rd, flew out to center field in the 5th. An RBI single in the 7th.
Arkansas also playing no doubles defense in the outfield.
To second, Souza throws out Bach. And we are through 9 here in Columbia. Extra innings coming up. Locked at 2 between the Razorbacks and the Gamecocks. Extra innings at Founders Park, tied at 2 between number 4 Arkansas and South Carolina. If I'm not mistaken, this is the first extra inning game of the year for the Gamecocks.
I think you're right.
Arkansas played an extra inning game on February 15th against Texas Tech. They defeated the Red Raiders 6-5 in 11 innings.
This will be the 2nd time through the order for Valentin. Started his appearance against TJ Pompey in the 8th. Gets him again here in the 10th.
It's been a tough game for Pompey, 0 for 3 with 3 Ks. 1 in the 3rd, the 5th, and the 8th. And there's strike 1. Foul back in the hole, 0-2. Valentin was originally a Miami commit. They're starting his journey at the D2 level. That's grounded foul.
He's already up to 45 pitches. Obviously the Gamecocks going for the win here on Saturday. He's a guy that's got some length.
Count evens at 2-2. Now it's full. Two innings in relief so far for Valentin. His season high is 3 2/3 against NKU. That's past Evans. Pompey motors around first, and he will dive into second. Go-ahead run in scoring position with nobody out.
Good at bat right there from Pompey. Doesn't matter what you do, your first at bats. Came into that one 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts, but comes up big here in the top of the 10th with a leadoff double.
Hard hit 106 off the bat. Pompey
fires his dugout up.
So let's see what Souza decides to do here. Has 1 sacrifice on the season. He's 0 for 3 today. Down the third base line, it's a beauty. Evans off balance. Souza beats it out. The Razorbacks have runners at the corners with nobody out.
You just can't bunt the ball any better than that. Right up the line.
It's trying to recall a safe at first base.
Squares around early, just lays it down perfectly. Kind of trips.
If you're South Carolina, you have the 2 challenges, nothing to lose here.
You might as well do it. See if we get a better look anywhere.
After video review, the call at first is safe. South Carolina will be charged 1 challenge.
You can't draw it up any better here if you're the Razorbacks. First and third, nobody out, top of your order up.
Ruiz has been a problem. Flew out to center field in the first, homered in the third, walked in the 6th, struck out in the 8th. Takes ball 1. Hitting .380, 3 homers and 12 driven in. Looking for the go-ahead RBI here. Pompey on third. Souza on first. Led the Southland Conference in runs, hits, doubles last season. Playing for Lamar. Okay numbers at Houston Christian, but really exploded at Lamar. 32-game hitting streak last year, program record. 1-2 the count on Ruiz. Valentin strikes out Ruiz. Big strikeout for Alex Valentin.
That is a big strikeout. Ruiz, not an easy guy to strike out. Valentin's got him twice now. Goes with the changeup right there. You got the tough Camden Kogel up. He's bunted twice today. Don't think they're gonna put on a safety squeeze of any sort here. Gonna let Kogel swing.
It's officially 1 for 3. Singled in the third, had the sack bunt in the 6th. 0-1 the count. All SEC honors a year ago. Breakout season with the Razorbacks. Grounds to the right side. Sutter ranges over and throws out Kogel. Pompey scores. Kogel gets the job done. Drives in the go-ahead run. It's 3-2 Razorbacks.
Kogel puts it in play. Heck of a play by Sutter. If this ball gets into the outfield, Arkansas has a better chance of putting up a bigger inning. Regardless, Kogel able to get the go-ahead run across the plate.
Now looking for a little more from Helfrich. Souza at second. 0 for 2 with a couple of walks. Walked in the first, flew out to left field in the third. Grounded out in the sixth, walked and scored a run in the ninth. Two-0 the count. The Razorbacks catcher. You
got a base open here. Lefty on deck.
They're just going to put him on. So Helfrich walks for the third time today. It's first and second, 2 down for Zach Stewart. So they opt for the left-on-left Grayson. Stewart's 0 for 4.
Yeah, with the base open and Helfrich the righty up, once you fall behind 3-0, it makes sense to go ahead and put him on and take your chances with the lefty.
Fly ball. And Scobie takes care of Stewart. But Arkansas takes the lead. And we'll head to the bottom of the 10th. Last chance for South Carolina. Gamecocks will try to find some magic here in the bottom of the 10th, trailing 3-2. Their first extra inning game of the season.
Honestly, a nice job right there from Valentine and the defense to hold that to 1 run. They had first and third, nobody out. Heck of a play by Sutter. Big strikeout of Ruiz. Top of the order up here for the Gamecocks to try and even it or get themselves a walk-off win.
Gibbler back on the mound for the Razorbacks. He's gone 2 1/3 so far, 38 pitches. Top of the order, Patrick Evans. Souza makes the play. 1 down.
Now smart by Souza. Don't ever assume the umpire is going to call that you caught it in the air. Just go ahead and pop up, throw it to first.
So 1 pitch, 1 out for Gibbler. Now he'll deal with Will Craddock. Craddock 0 for 3 with a walk. Couple of strikeouts in the first and the third. He flew out to center field in the 6th, walked in the 8th. 358 hitter, 5 homers, 15 runs batted in on the season for the freshman. In the hole 0-2. Strikes out Craddock. The throwdown from Helfrich to complete the play. 2 away. The Gamecocks are down to their final out.
Gabler just keeps everything down in the zone. That's what makes him so tough. Haven't seen hardly any pitches belt high. All the off speed is down. LeCroy, the last chance for South Carolina.
Talmadge LeCroy 0 for 4. He went, says Jason Bradley. LeCroy does not agree. 0-1 the count, the 5th-year catcher. 0-2. Arkansas 1 strike away. That one too high. High fly ball. Kojal makes the play, and it's a come-from-behind victory in extra innings for Arkansas and a heartbreaking defeat for South Carolina.
Yeah, that one stings right there for the Gamecocks, players, coaches, and fans. Had that one won. Just made a key error there with 2 outs in the 9th, allowed the Razorbacks to tie it up and come back and get the extra innings win as they continue to win series against the Gamecocks.
Their 6th straight series win against South Carolina, 3 in that span here at Founders Park. We were treated to a classic, Grayson.
We were. It was a pitcher's duel from the start. Emotional day for these Gamecock players. Had a chance for it to be an emotional win, just weren't able to get it done at the end. But it was a great SEC baseball game. Good pitching, good defense, some timely hitting. The Razorbacks come out on top.
South Carolina pitching bounced back with a tremendous effort this afternoon. In the end, it wasn't enough. Arkansas defeats South Carolina 3-2, 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Razorbacks, 2 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for the Gamecocks. Join us tomorrow at 1:30 for the conclusion of this series. It'll be right here on SEC Network Plus. Razorbacks will go for the sweep. Gamecocks will try to salvage the series. That'll do it for us here at Founders Park. For Grayson Greiner and the rest of our crew, I'm Dave Weinstein saying so long from Columbia. The Razorbacks win it in extras, 3-2.